Drum nerd. Sorry, don't stick them up. These aren't loaded. Let me put those away. Whoa, got a bit dangerous there. Right, drum nerds, drum nerdesses, how art thou? Check this out. Look at this. Got myself a new phone. I know everybody's going to be going, oh my God, that's such an old phone. I think it's 8 years, 9 years old. I don't know. I hate phones. Anybody who knows me knows I loathe technology heavily. So that's enough out of that. I got my Timmy's and I got my Timmy's cup. Let's crack on with some Jinjer Mediator. If I'm not mistaken, other than this being heavily suggested, this is an actual Vlad playthrough. So I think it's just drum kit, which I'm excited for. Let's crack on. Oh, also, who's excited for the Eddie Hall Thor fight? I can't wait. I'm putting my backing on Eddie. I want Eddie to just put him to the ground. I know that's totally unrelated to drums. I love Eddie Hall. 500 kg deadlift. Oh, yes. That was great. But he's going to be putting Thor to the ground. Comment below on if you disagree or agree. Okay, we're going right back to those stabs because that was tasty as F. And I like the K's. Dry. Ah! Ooh, that snare! We're going back to that. That looks like it could be a 14 by 6.5, 14 by 7. It's really cranked up though, eh? And that floor top. Oh! So he's just holding down real steady. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I want to say quarters. Please don't slate me over the coals. I'm only human. Throwing that down. Moving across that foot, that is. Ooh! We're going back. So did you notice how he did that pattern on his feet and then he put that onto his hands? So he went, I'm having a conversation down here. If I'm not mistaken, it was some form of triplet. So he's very intelligent to make his hands do what his feet are doing as a nice little bit of call-response conversation. Did it again. Nice open hand playing too. Oh! That's nice. And if you notice, which you might or might not because, well, drum nerd giving away, look at his right hand finger. I'll pause it right there. Do you see how loose that is? I can only say that I'm not... Look, maybe he was taught by Bob. Maybe he was taught by somebody who was taught by Bob. Maybe he wasn't, but he just makes sense and gets it. But that is... You got that little kind of finger width space between the finger, between the index and the middle finger, and it's loose. It's always over the side. It's not suffocating it, wrapping around it. That lets it move a bit more freely. It's very similar, if I'm not mistaken, to almost a Gladstone and Stone style grip approach. I have my dissertation, so you know where you came. This is the Drum Nerd channel. See, look at this. I'm super happy about this. This got me a first, even though I still pretty much damn near failed the course. Hey! Look, if you wanted to come to a channel that didn't crack out drum-based dissertations in nice binding, you wouldn't come to the Drum Nerd. I want to say 20. I just want to see which one is open hand. I know you're going to skip ahead. That's fine. You do what you need to do. Gladstone, nice power works. Bring the hands way back, straight up position for each stroke. Yeah, so Gladstone. I think Gladstone was more of a free hand stroke where it just kind of, you down, up. You kind of catch it in the rebound. The point being, those finger positions allow that style of mechanics to happen. Right! I've either lost a load of subscribers or gained very few. But either way, let's crack on. See, it's always loose there. That allows for the stick to resonate, giving the drum and the cymbal a chance to resonate, letting it sonically sound as best and pure as it should. I'll stop. Yep, come back to that. He's got a great setup too, eh? I love the K custom. I don't know if you've used Ks before. They're very, well, as you can hear, they're very dry. Quick decay. It's like in, out. I like that kind of crashy ride cymbal that he's got there washing. That looks like it could be a 22. He's just really laying into that. It's nice that it's straight in front of him. He's got that comfort, but he's also got his other main one, if I'm not mistaken, on his right-hand side. And he's got that auxiliary hats in the center too. That he's using. He's using those auxiliary. You might not see. You can't see it because I think my video box is covering it. But if you watch the original video, which is linked in the description, straight ahead of him, underneath that main kind of or auxiliary ride that he's got here in front of him, right underneath it, there's a secondary hi-hat, and he's using that to step it. It's amazing. So that foot pedal is, if you see in the top corner of his foot cam, it's probably the one that his foot's not on right now. So it's the third one over from him, and he's controlling that. So that's interesting because a lot of those aux hats won't move. They just stay permanently closed, so you can crash on that, or rather use it as a closed hi-hat when it's when you got to use something else. They just use that one as a permanently closed, one you can make open and close. So it's interesting that he has them both open and free to use. God, this is really selling the drum nerd. Emphasis on nerd. Yes, there, he knows what he's doing. Nice. See how washy and dry kind of those hats are? Oh, those. God, this man's hands. And those bass drum stabs and fills. It's amazing because he's not just playing double pedal to play double pedal and do stuff over it. He is, some of his fills are just on the double pedal, it seems. And if you just go back and do all that, I'll keep this flowing so that I don't cut too much time up. But he's not necessarily always just filling with his hands, which is incredibly intelligent. He's doing fills with his feet. Ah. Nice side china there too. Ooh. Jeez. See right there. A fill with the feet. I'll have you see that. I'll have you know. Look at this. He led that and started it with his feet. Brilliant. I forgot this guy's got a K custom tattoo on his forearm. There we go. Looking at me like I'm a drum nerd. This guy clearly loves the K custom, and I can't argue with him. Although I'm a personal fan, more so, of the A custom. I love the A custom. I have all A customs, but I would love a K hybrid because you get a bit of both. You get, if you've ever seen a K custom hybrid, they got a bit of brilliant finish in the center and a bit more of the traditional finish on the outside body of the cymbal, and it has just a bit of a different feel. It's the kind of hybrid, best of both worlds. But yeah, beautiful stuff. Ooh, that was nice. See, look at that. He's just getting onto that little bit of a splash there at the top. That low hanging, looks like a 10-inch splash. See how great and accurate, like, just get this, gauge this. The bell of that ride is probably that big. They're not massive unless you get an oversized one. The traditional style, average size, you're looking at, what's that, like 3 inches across diameter. He's got the accuracy to, at that speed too, which he's just, I want to say he's doing like what, 16ths or 30 seconds at 110, 120 BPM. Don't quote me again. I'm just putting a rough ballpark figure to get you to understand how fast that man is playing that and that hand. And that's small size, he's able to accent on the bell and accent onto that splash above it and come back down to that while playing on the body. So he has such dexterity and accuracy to be able to do all that. Oh, God. Vlad, if you're out there, I'd love lessons. Please. Yeah, right. We're going to call it there. I've probably gone on long enough for even the nerdiest of drum nerds. But there we are. That's what this channel is. I love getting new bands. I love getting new drummers. I love seeing all this stuff. But I'm going to be as nerdy as I can. I don't always have the right technological jargon. I was never great at figuring out 30 seconds and 16ths and quavers and quarters. And I know I use two different terminologies there. But I'm just going to come at it from an honest perspective of a guy who loves the drums, who has a degree in drums, who could do what he could do at the moment that he's hearing what he's hearing. So I know there's a lot of channels out there where they're like, oh yes, 16th note into a half time feel with a 3/4 time signature moving into 7/8. That's not me. I'm not trying to justify myself. I don't need to. But, I'll give it how I give it, and I love seeing these things. So keep sending that out there. I'm loving all this. I hope everybody's doing so well and staying safe. Powerlifting meet is coming up soon. Not that everybody's going to be able to go because it's so far away. I assume most of my viewers are in the Netherlands and Japan and all that. But again, thank you for showing me what your passions are and hobbies. We got gunsmith restorations. We got some self-admitted YouTube trolls, which I very greatly respect the honesty and the skill. We got loads of different things. So again, share your hobbies below. Let's have a nice conversation. This is a great community, and thank you so much to all the subscribers. Just saw my monthly stats, 88 in the last month. That's 22 a week. That's about 1,000, give or take, a year, if it followed that trend in a year. So amazing. Thank you so much. If you haven't joined the Drum Nerd family, please do so. I'm going to stop waffling. Have a great day.